influences of the feminine and masculine energy in your personhood. Now, continuing with your journal or a piece of paper, I want you to try these exercises. So you just start discovering. It's all about you, so it's fun. Don't be overly judging. Just let it go. Don't overthink it, and just write what comes naturally through you, okay? So we're going to talk how your masculine and feminine energy influence when you handle stress. This is a big one because men handle it much differently than women. But obviously, women can also be too masculine and men can also be too feminine on handling stress. So when we are triggered by a stressful event, it's how do we respond by doing something? We got to fix it. I'm a big fixing person, okay? That was a whole part of my healing. Every time there was something, I always felt I had to fix it. Because if I didn't, I thought I was the failure. You see why? So I was overly masculine, overly fixing it. I wasn't trusting my own personal reflection on why do I want to fix it? Is it my place to fix it? Is it my responsibility to fix it? Okay? So I didn't go here enough. I was all about doing. So me handling stress felt good if I took action. A lot of us are here because we get this feeling of soothing if we did something. And it's hard just to sit there and let the process go or go with the flow of things. We try to reduce impulsive decision making because we can't handle the stress. We're too much in the doing. And I often tell people, take your time. Take the time to respond and seek first yourself. What do I feel? What do I think? Write it down. Sometimes if it's just sitting there or going to bed, which we saw in other videos, and you're pondering of your day, this is what I mean. This is how you're handling the stress in your life. So you should meditate. This is the purpose of mindfulness, is to calm those thoughts, calm the stress of the masculine that's screaming to you, do something, fix it, take responsibility. It's time to just sit. What's a half an hour in your day? 15 minutes, okay? To respond by reflection, sitting with that feeling, sitting with whatever decision or the stress that I'm caused by. And then emotional expression. I'm a big emotional expression person. I really take time to express how I'm feeling to people that are close to me about something. If I'm trying, so that I can have feedback. Is it me? Am I the one too much in my mind thinking I'm supposed to do something? I'm going to take my time to express how I'm feeling to these people around me. So that when I have to handle the stress and I have to make a decision, then I went through myself and had time to calm down because I spoke about it. Or at work, you have a colleague that is not pleasant and is hurting you in some shape or form, whatever it may be. Sometimes by their words or their tone. Now, I'm not saying to be too woke either, okay? That's what I mean too feminine, like everybody's stepping on your toes. Then you have to think, why am I always overly emotional expressive? That's here too. Balance. You want to be in the middle. You have to ask yourself, why do I overexpress my feelings? There's people like that too. Always everybody has to know what you're feeling and knowing. We always have to accommodate what you're doing so that you feel good in your own stress. Why can't you fix it? See, you're too much here. You're also responsible of your own stuff. You got to take action. You just can't sit there and wait, procrastinate. Some people, when they handle stress, they do nothing. It's because you're in pain, people, okay? It's not judgment. It's not critical. It's all about you discovering why you do something. Maybe there was a trauma that when you did something, you got really punished often. You don't trust your own decision making. You don't even trust maybe your own reflection, okay? These are all things now on paper right now while we're doing it, while I'm talking about stuff. Just go through your memories about you. Maybe sometimes you do just really good with stress in a certain situation and others don't. For example, at work, no problem. At home, disaster. Or relationship, tricky. Or it's the other way around. At home, no problem. I used to be a high school teacher. Kids sometimes were great at school. No problem. Polite, did the work, socially fine. And at home, complete opposite. I had parents say, yeah, they don't talk. Go to a room, close the door. I go, really? whoa, in class, he's really talkative, or she's really responsive and assertive. And they go, what? So you know what I mean? Things are different. Look at it. Ask yourself the question. Write it down. I used to write so much stuff down in the beginning because we're complicated. We're complicated. Handling stress. Seeking support. Women do this a lot. More than men, sorry to say. We talk to our friends. We really vent. What's going on? What happened? Or the first thing we do is pick up the phone and start talking. Are there our spouses? We start telling them our day. We seek support. Did I do well? Did I handle this issue well? If not, oh God, what did I do? You know, you're seeking, you're expressing. This is good. But if you're just expressing and never taking action, and the person who you're seeking from tells you, look, you got to do something. Yeah. This is because you're here. Why are you afraid? Sometimes women are afraid at work to express really what they're thinking. And I say, well, is this person really doing damage? And they go, yeah. Well, they're spilling over your boundaries. You're not saying, wait a minute, this does not make me feel good. Or we need to share the responsibility, and that person may not want to. Or over gives responsibility. So you have to take action and express to your boss or express to your family members, whatever it may be. This is all handling stress. And boy, do we have a hard time handling stress in our society. I would say everybody's self-medicating, people. You may think the neighbor are better. No, I'm telling you, after all these years of me doing this, everyone's in stress. Our cortisol level is so high. That's why people are overweight, you know. It's not because you're eating. You're eating to compensate from this, to handle it, because you're thinking. There's no place to relax in your stress. The cortisol is so high. Your whole body it's in flight and fight. It's just going. And survival, this is not good. Survival is definitely not feminine. It's not meditating, relaxing, observing what's going on in you, and then take action. Balance, okay? Think about yourselves. How are you doing it? This is private. It's just you and your own intimacy. Next part, creativity and expression. Now, for a long time, we don't value creativity. You know, I remember I wanted to be a dancer. And you hear everybody, well, how are you going to make money with that? You know, you're not going to make much. That's if you're picked. And only the best of the best get picked. And you go, oh, yeah. And then you don't pick it. You don't trust yourself. You don't believe in your capabilities. So you don't. I think Gen Z is a bit more daring that way than Gen X. We really did it the traditional way. Maybe some of us were brave and we did do it the creative way. But, you know, creativity is an important aspect of our society. It reflects who we are through art, movies, songs. Look at the songs that's going on now. You know, look at U2. My God, this is the biggest creativity. That's why I love it. Each individual on the planet, like me, like you, can say what they think and feel to the whole world. Could never do that in the 80s. It was just starting where we could start communicating that way. It's a huge and fun medium if used properly. You know, you get to express your creativity and you see people with all kinds of abilities. That's what's awesome. Everybody's got abilities on this planet. You need to really cherish that. Now, when you're expressing your creativity, are you always in the practical, like building and organizing? Women are really like, they're sometimes too much here in the sense that they're home. It has to be always perfect, organized. You open up a cupboard, everything is lined up, everything is super clean. In Holland, it's really, really clean, usually in people's houses. So that was intimidating. Sometimes you think, oh, it's nice though, don't get me wrong, it's freaking gorgeous. But on the other hand, you know, is it too much washing your windows every second day? I mean, they're gonna get dirty. It's outside. So you have to find balance. Now, don't be mad at me if I said my opinion, please. But you have to look, why are you so much in the organization? You know, you could express your creativity in so many different ways through art, speaking, singing, dancing, you know, movement. We don't move, we sit and work. And then weekends, we can't wait to get there, but we have tasks and chores, and then in the evening we try to relax, or we self-medicate to help us relax, because we work to live. We don't live. That's the problem. That's why we can't handle the stress too much, because we're always in the doing. Seeing people, social life, And then we wait for a vacation to finally crash. And then a lot of the time people are sick on vacation. Why do you think? It's because you're going, going, going. You need to express more. A lot of the times with clients, this is what I tell them. You need to open up your right brain, the intuition. Color. I see more adults now coloring. Good for you. Really good. Dance. I love seeing people dance. Man, YouTube, you guys, I love dancing. They're everywhere. Just follow that. Just move at home. No one can see you. Get your movement. Your nervous system needs to move. I'm going to talk at some point about psychosomatic yoga or dance. You got to move this nervous system. It's always in cortisol. It's always in stress. It never relaxes. Your mind is always going because there's no mindfulness to relax the thoughts. You get why we're sick? It's as simple as that. We need to slow down. We need to find a better flow in our lives. Each our own flow and find people who flow with us in our pace that you've determined because you've been balanced. Now you're searching where you're too much here, too much there, and then you're trying to learn to balance it, which I'll come up with more videos on how you can do that. But it's really important to just start observing. These videos are to help you get to know who you are, to observe you. And whatever you observe is perfect. There is no right or wrong. It's what's your balance. Because when you're balanced in both energies, you make good decisions. You feel relaxed in your body, in your mind, and then the intuition, the connection with the heart functions. A lot of the time when I do sessions with people, the first couple of sessions is just trying to figure out why the mind is so rational, so analytical, and it blocks me from entering the body to ask what the body is feeling through the intuition, how the heart is feeling. And sometimes as soon as I ask the body at some point when I can and the head finally lets go and the person can feel themselves in a trance state and feel, the body is always exhausted. We're exhausted. That's why we self-medicate. We're shot. We need to relax. 3 minutes of meditation a day would do great if you're on survival mode. And I'm saying you guys have 3 jobs or running here and there, moms or single parents or whatever you're doing, 3 minutes of your day, just sit down. Listen to a song that has no words, where you can really let the music go in and just go blank. If you fall asleep, it's because that's how tired you are. That's what I did all the time in the beginning. That's why meditation for the first 6 months when I started, I was almost getting fed up. It wasn't working. I fell asleep. So I tried sitting. I tried all kinds of ways I wouldn't sleep. Boom, I fell asleep because I was tired. That's how tired I was up here because I'm a thinker. So I'm a lot on the left, and I'm a doer and a fixer. So I was a lot too much here. I really needed to relax and learn to meditate and to listen. I was always breathing up here because I was stressed. I couldn't handle it. And then when I would express, I would overvent and talk just to release. But that doesn't help the other people around me, or just go, whoa, that's too much information. So just observe it calmly. Don't judge yourself. It's all about discovering who you are now. And when you know what you don't feel comfortable with, we're going to learn slowly how to transform it. That's in your power too. So write your comments, like, subscribe, and share, because you know, people, this would help others. So please share. I'll see you soon.